What internet marketing expert should you spend your valuable time listening to? Listen to someone who has over 20 years of web marketing experience and hundreds of website marketing success stories. That man is Aaron Sparks from Site Strategics. And this is Edge of the Web Radio.
Want to know a secret that is becoming a very strong factor in Google ranking?
Yes.
Right. John, have you ever wondered why some people's faces are actually showing up in search results?
No.
You haven't wondered that? Wow. You don't play very nice now, do you, John?
John, let's do this again.
John!
Yes.
John.
Okay. Have you ever wondered why people's faces are on search results?
Yes.
They do it by linking, and they add their Google authorship markup to one of the links. This is called a rich snippet. So let's talk about Google authorship, shall we?
Yes.
Edge Talk.
All right. First and foremost, Google officially hates anonymity. They want to know who you are, where you are, and what you're doing at all times, right? Especially with Google Glasses. They're going to be piggybacking on that signal. You know they are. Google's executive chairman, Eric Schmidt, made some headlines recently. He said, within the search results, information tied to verified online profiles will be ranked higher than content without such verification, which will result in most users naturally clicking on the top verified results.
Makes sense.
Yeah. The true cost of remaining anonymous then might be irrelevance. So, what that means is if you want your content to rank in Google, build your authorship, your authority. Now, Google hasn't taken this position solely to create a binary signal. You got a profile, then you're good. No profile, you're not. And they haven't done that. But how much authority you have as an author is going to be a big deal. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, and it's a tough one to try to beat or scam too.
Yeah,
that's right.
Because you can make a false profile and everything, but people aren't going to be talking to you and not talking about you, and you're not gonna, start to get a big following. It's going to be a tough one to really game. So I'm glad to see it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we've got an article here that we want to cover real quick. It's how what the 6 best practices are to build this authority. If you haven't done this before. I'll go through it real quick.
Basically, and this is by Search Engine Watch, by the way.
Yep, absolutely, absolutely. And step 1 here. Well, basically, it's no longer a matter of if author rank will be widely implemented. It's only a matter of when. There's a outspoken web marketer, and his name is AJ Cohn. He says author rank could be more disruptive than all the Panda updates combined. So how does one prepare for this change? Well, building the author rank. Although Google is still ironing out some of the kinks tied to author rank. For example, some brands don't want employees creating content associated with the company.
Yeah.
You can get started on building your author rank in these 6 best practices. First and foremost, claim your authorship by using Google Plus as your identity platform. Claim authorship of your content to grab a first-class seat with author rank when it's actually implemented. Once claimed, you can get visibility in search results as your content appears in a type of rich snippet. There's a photo right next to the listing of that content. All right, how do you do that? And this is from Google. You need to link your Google Plus profile to the content that you create. Make sure that you have a profile photo that has a recognizable headshot. A company logo will not cut it. They will not allow that. You have to have a photo of yourself.
Nice.
Or somebody else.
What if your logo is a picture of yourself?
Then that's scary. And why would you do that?
I don't know.
Make sure a byline containing your name appears on each page of your content. And here's the thing. It's not just your website. If you contribute to another website,
good point.
Make sure you've got that byline there. Make sure that they're providing that to you. Any blog worth its salt will have those bylines. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You need to get that.
Yeah. No, it was. I was just setting a reminder for myself to remember to do that.
Make sure your byline name matches the name on that Google Plus profile. Okay. And then verify you have an email address, such as Aaron Sparks, Aaron at sitestrategics.com, on the same domain as your content. You don't have to have an email address on the same domain as the site, okay, that you're contributing to. But you certainly want to have an email address that you can confirm, okay?
Interesting.
Now, hey, if you're just turning in, you're listening to Edge of the Web Radio. We're talking about a big secret about how to rank well on Google using an underutilized feature, but it's very, very important. That's Google authorship. So, to continue, on your site, from the byline or the author box at the bottom of your post, link to your Google Plus profile, okay? Now, this code in this link is REL equals author. Now, that's a huge geek speak thing there, but talk to your webmaster. I just said a webmaster, didn't I? Boy, that's a dated term.
Yeah, you did.
I did. You need to have that code linked to your link. So you need to put that in place. If you have a bio page, link to the bio with an REL equals ME in the link. If you don't have a bio page, simply link directly to your Google Plus profile, okay? If you have WordPress, however, that's a lot easier because there are plugins involved there, such as what's it called? Author Box Reloaded, that will add all this markup for you.
A Yoast SEO plugin will too.
Yoast has the same thing. That's right. They'll also add your image and icons to all your social networks. Yep. So we highly recommend a website built in WordPress because of the fast-moving environment that's inside social media and web development, and especially with Google actually looking at your authorship and your contributions in such a stern perspective. You need to also contribute to sites that have that type of flexibility as well.
So from a 10,000-foot view, what you're doing here technically is on your name, you're putting this tag that Google can say, "Oh, that's an author," and then they can follow that author to their Google Plus page, and on that Google Plus page, they can see that you're a contributor and see a link back to that site. So you have a 360-degree closed loop.
That's right.
Once that loop is closed, then you're a verified author.
That's right.
You don't have to do anything else beyond that for them to start adding your picture to the results.
Yeah. And we also have seen that the click-through rate on search engine result listings that have that photo next to them is much higher than just the ordinary
we
listing.
did a test on the Marketing Tech blog early on where we had half of it with a picture, half of it without, and we had 4 times the click-through rate. And that wasn't that we were ranking in a one position, it was just that we were on the search engine result page.
Yep. Well,
all I wanted to say is that if you're a small business owner and you think that this is just an option, Eric Schmidt, the CEO, has actually made claim and said that if people that have a verified profile tied in, they will rank higher. And so,
how often does Google actually say that?
The fact that you say that statement, there's just not an option.
Well, and this, I'm sure this Panda Shuffle right now is rippling that to the top.
Couple quick points. I just want to get ahead here. Some other points regarding your Google authorship. You have to claim your authorship. You need to use Google Plus consistently. All right. If you haven't gone in there, you need to adopt that social media platform. And you can certainly synchronize things with a tool like Hootsuite.
Hootsuite's great.
That can tie into your Twitter, Facebook, and your Google Plus. You need to network on Google Plus and be able to meet people and connect. You also need to focus on selective guest posting. If you can get an authorship on another website, and then you actually claim those properties on your Google Plus. I contribute here, I contribute here, I contribute here, and there is, you're amplifying your value there. Find your niche. Talk about something very unique to your interest. Just don't try to comment and contribute about so many different unrelated topics, because they're looking for that value. And more importantly than anything else, create great content. We can't stress that enough.